I'm Chelsea Lairamore, and I'm part of the Human Core at Arkansas Tech.
Our guest today is Chelsea Lairamore. Chelsea is Interim Assistant Dean for Campus Life at Arkansas Tech University. She is with us today to provide an update on the renovation of the former swimming pool area at the Hull building and the student union space that will result from that project. Chelsea, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. I'm super excited to be able to talk about this because it's one of my favorite things that I'm getting to do right now.
If you could take us back a little bit, how did your experiences as a student here at Arkansas Tech help lead you to a career in student affairs?
Oh gosh. When I came to Tech, I was a first gen student. So that's something that's super important to me because no one in my family at that time had been to a 4-year university. And still none of my siblings have, so I'm it. So when I came here, it was an interesting time, and we were in the middle of a recession and everything else. And so I think my parents were really hesitant when I said, I'm going to join a Greek organization. Um, but I did. And I would say that was probably the most influential thing I did that then led me to my career in student affairs. Joining a Greek organization here had an impact on me through and through. Being a leader in that organization and then on campus was super important to me. And then it was the people that I worked with that were in student affairs that really had an impact on me and pushed me into doing this as a profession. Especially Aubrey Holt and Kevin and Jamie Beck. The three of them had a huge impact on my decision to go into student affairs.
What do you view as the return on investment for students who make the choice to become involved in co-curricular programs and other aspects of campus life?
Uh, I mean, it has given me so much. Students come here ultimately to get a degree, to get their education, and that is, top of the list. It's first and foremost, and that is completely understandable. But what they do outside of the classroom matters so much. That civic engagement piece, being an engaged citizen is so important. Knowing what's going on in your community, and we help do that in campus life. We're helping students get service hours. We're putting them into leadership positions and helping them understand how to use their voice to make an impact in this world. So everything they do outside the classroom matters, just as it does inside the classroom, because whatever they're going to do is going to set them on a path, whether that's networking or other connections that they're making through that involvement. That's what helps set them apart. When they're going to interview for a job, they can say, I was a part of this, or I was the president of this organization, or I took on, these major leadership roles. During my time at Tech, I had 100 plus service hours and was awarded and recognized for that. So I think it's important that they see that return on investment is, oh my gosh, there's no way I could ever put that into words. Everything that they will get from being involved while they're here at Tech. We're a small enough community here that they have that big feel, but they're able to actually know the people in their organizations and know the faculty and staff that they're getting to work with as advisors, or inside that organization, people that come and talk to them, network with them. And so I think that's a really unique opportunity that we allow students to have that they may not get elsewhere.
And another great experience for Arkansas Tech students that's coming up soon is the renovation of the whole building space to create a new student union space here for our students. What can our students look forward to in that new area?
So I've been trying to think of one way to really describe that space. And the best way to describe it, and I find myself coming back to this, is it's like a living room, like in your house. So, we have Baztec and everyone has their residence halls and things like that. But this union, our hope is to create a space that students just want to hang out in. I want music playing. I want people to be playing ping pong and pool and board games and different things like that. Watching all the TVs. There's a whole section for them to play video games and things. So I want students in there having fun, and it's a space where they can just be themselves. So that's really important to me. It's a gorgeous space, and I can't wait for people to see it. I think that pictures definitely don't do it justice for just how like amazing and big it is. I was a student when the pool was still open, so I don't think I realized how truly large that space was until I walked through it during the renovations. But it's gorgeous, and it's going to be an amazing spot to watch football games from when the Wonder Boys are back playing on Saturdays, because you can sit in that mezzanine and it looks out over the whole football stadium. So it's just a really cool space, and I think they're going to find that it feels like home. It feels like just another extension of that tech family feel, and we're bringing it into a space now.
And as you plan on programming that space and making the best use of it, what are some of the trends that you are tracking as you help plan the future of campus life here at Arkansas Tech?
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of things. Over the years, we've obviously seen a shift in how our students are participating in things. College students now have so much that they're juggling. That was probably not the case as much so 10 years ago as it is now. So we see students that have jobs, that are helping at home, that have children, all different aspects. And so really looking at what are the needs of our students. So are we programming for first generation students? Are we programming for students that are involved in athletics or Greek life or things like that? So having programming that appeals to everyone. And so I think that's really important, because we offer this wide variety of things already out of campus life and just the Division of Student Affairs as a whole. But going into this union, I'm excited because I think it will be a different dynamic. I think that we'll get the students who are just like hanging out there on a Tuesday night, and we have a poetry slam, and they're like, oh, I would have never gone to this normally. Or, we have building manager students that we're going to be hiring, and I'm super pumped to hear their input on things. Like I've I've been out of this for a little while, and I love programming and I love coming up with new ideas, but I also know that they are in a different mindset than I am, and so I'm excited to hear what our students want to bring to the table. And so that's important to me, is to make sure that students know that this is their space. I want to do what's best for them, and I want to give them programming that they want. I can say all day long, like, oh, this is a cool idea, but I want them to tell us, what do they want to see from this? What kind of programming do they want us to bring in? So I'm really excited to get student input in that, and I think that's going to be a key piece in programming for this union.
That is Chelsea Lairamore, part of the Human Core at Arkansas Tech University. Until next time, so long, everybody.